Good morning, my dear students. At the outset of my lecture, I'd like to welcome all of you who are with me from different corners of Bangladesh. Dear students, as you see on the board, today I'm going to focus on right forms of verb, lecture 1. And in order to complete this grammatical device or grammatical term, I'd like to have requisite number of classes. I don't know how many classes I will conduct, but the number of classes that I need must be conducted by myself. So my dear students, I'm going to start with right forms of verb. I'm going to have my first lecture, okay? But before starting the inner side, I'd like to focus on the definition of right forms of verb. Right forms of verb. What do you mean by that? Look at it. Right forms of verb. Okay. A verb has several forms. Like, look at please. Suppose submit is a verb. Suppose submit is a verb. Submit is the present form, you can say. You can say submit is the base form. Submitted. This is the past form. Submitted is the past participle form. Submits. I have put S or ES with the verb. To submit. This is another form. If I say submitting, this is another form. So a verb has a lot of forms, but all the forms are not used in a sentence. A sentence takes a verb according to the subject or person or number or tense. That is, verbs are taken, that my dear students, verbs are taken according to person, number and tense. Dear students, verbs are taken according to person, number and tense. The form of verb which is taken, according to person, number and tense is called appropriate form of verb, or you can say right forms of verb. So dear students, we take appropriate form of verb according to person, number and tense. This process is usually called right forms of verb. So right forms of verb is the process. Right forms of verb is the process by which we take or determine the appropriate form of verb according to person, number and tense. I'm going to give you an example and this process will be crystal clear to you. Look at the board. Those who are with me from Dhaka College and from other institutions of Bangladesh are welcome by me. Today I would like to have a participatory class. I will have some rules and regulations. After every rules and regulations, I will give you some examples and you are requested to give me answer as early as possible. I am delivering my lecture, but if you participate effectively, I think we will learn in a very organized environment. So my dear students, look at please. I'm going to give you an example and you have to determine the verb. Okay. Razib deliver a lecture every week. Dear students, Razib deliver a lecture every week. What should be the answer? Write down in the comment box. What should be the answer? Razib deliver a lecture every week. What should be the answer? Yes, I'm waiting for your reply, please. According to Rudra, it delivers. Why delivers? Look at Every week is such an adverbial phrase that takes present indefinite tense. That present indefinite tense. That is, this adverbial phrase makes us take present indefinite tense. And there is another thing. Razib is third person and it is singular. That's why you have taken delivers. So, in terms of taking the form of verb, you have to consider person, you have to consider number, you have to consider tense. You can't use delivered, you can't use delivering, you have to use delivers. So up to this period, I have been able to clarify that a verb is taken according to person, number and tense, and this form of verb must be appropriate according to what? According to person, number and tense. So right forms of verb refers to the process by which we take appropriate form of verb according to person, number and tense. If I say I deliver a lecture every week, what should be the answer? If I say I deliver a lecture every week, now the answer will be changed and it would be only deliver. So my dear students, what I want to discuss, I think is clear to you. I have wanted to show you that verb, the form of verb changes according to person, number and tense. So according to the need of that sentence, we have to use appropriate form of verb, and for this we have to consider person, number and tense. So dear students, now I'd like to start with some rules and regulations of right forms of verb. Dear students, I will have to cover all the rules and regulations of right forms of verb. Some rules and regulations are quite easy, some will be difficult, and I will try to cover every rule and regulation of right form of verb. For this, I might take a lot of classes, and I think you will be with me. I think you will be with Dhaka College, okay? And if you face any kind of problem, regarding understanding me, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment box. I will try my level best to watch or notice your every comment, okay? Is my voice clear to you? Is my language clear to you? Someone is facing sound problem. Is there a sound problem, dear students? Do you face any problem related to sound? Thank you. I'm going to start with our first rule. I will not, dear students, I will not give you the rule and regulation at first. At first, I will give you the problem. You have to solve the problems by yourselves. I will give you a question at first. You have to give me the solution. And after your solution, that is after your effort, I will explain the rule in detail. So, my dear students, I will every time give you an example at the very beginning. You have to try, and after you're trying, I will try to explain by myself. Is it clear to you? Okay, look at please. Our first example, and our first example clarifies, or you can say our first example refers to our first rule. I don't know which rule I am going to teach you. You have to identify, okay? Rule number 1, okay? We learn English at this moment. We learn English at this moment. Answer please. We learn Sorry, look at please. We learn English at this moment. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? Yes, Mustafiz Rahman, Tafsir Jaman, Shahnaz Begum, Jahid, Shakib, Sinan, one of the students of Dhaka College, Jakia Khanum, Arjun. Okay. We have got 290 viewers right now. If one answer is written by all the students, there should be 290 answers. Okay, be ready. All of you are absolutely correct. But what is the rule behind it? Why have you taken our learning? Who can explain? Write in the comment box. Why are you so easy rule? I have told you that I will cover every rule that may be difficult or easy. I have started with a very easy rule. What is the cause behind our learning? Can anybody tell me? Shajib Talukdar, Afif, Noman Indebidnal, one of my students. Thank you, Noman. Yes, someone has written at this moment. Shajib Rahman at this moment. Yes, Tawfiq Elahi now at this moment. Yes. Thank you, my dear students. So rule number 1 is, if you get now at this moment, at present, day by day. Look at please. If you get now at this moment, at present, day by day, now is an adverb. Which parts of speech is now, my dear students? Now is an adverb. At this moment is an adverbial phrase. At this moment is an adverbial phrase. At present is an adverbial phrase. Day by day is an adverbial phrase. So if you get now, at this moment, or at present, or day by day, if you get this word or these adverbial phrases, if you get such adverb or adverbial phrases in a sentence, you have to take present continuous tense. I have a question here, my dear students. I have a question here. Do you know present continuous tense has another name? What is the other name of present continuous tense? Who can tell me? What is the other name of present continuous tense? What is the other name of present continuous tense? Okay, tell me. Who can tell me the other name of present continuous tense? Niloy Chandra Das, excellent. Tanmay, excellent. Yes, Shahanaz Beg, excellent. Present continuous tense has another name, and that is called present progressive tense. And this tense has every tense has its individual structure. And what is the structure of present continuous tense? We have to take subject, then we have to take auxiliary verb am, is, are. And after auxiliary verb am, is, are, we have to take ing with the verb. So the answer should be, we are learning English at this moment. Okay. So my dear students, up to this part, we have got the first rule. If you get some adverb or adverbial phrases like now, at this moment, at present, day by day, we have to create present continuous tense in this English sentence. And present continuous tense has another name, and this is called present progressive tense. And this tense has an individual structure, and that is subject, auxiliary verb am, is, are. Then you have to put ing with the verb, then object or extension. Okay. Now, my dear students, our next example. Now, rule number 2. We learn the first rule of late. We learn the first rule of late. This is our second example, and this second example refers to the second rule. Who can tell me the answer? We learn the first rule of late. Can anybody tell me the answer? Can anybody tell me the answer? Oh, Rabbi Khan, you are not correct. Okay, let me tell you. Yes, Tawfiq Alahi, you are not correct. Mustafizur Rahman, you are not correct. Very sad, dear. Give me the answer. Hurry up, please, my dear students. We learned the first rule of late. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? I'm waiting for your reply. Hurry up. Tariq Aziz Andar. Mustafiz Rahman, now you have changed your answer. Okay. Who can, okay, you have written the answer. Someone has taken, learned, someone has taken, have learned, someone blah, 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 blah. Why are you taking the answer? Can anybody explain? Why have you taken are learning? Why have you taken have learned? Why have you taken learned? Who can tell me? What is of late? Of late. What does of late means? What does of late mean, my dear students? What does of late mean? Okay. Do you know? Recently? Do you know the word recently? Recently is an adverb, dear students. Recently is an adverb. Recently is an adverb. In Bengali, it's called Samproti. Recently has, of late is the phrase. Of late is the phrase. The phrase of late has the same meaning as recently contains. Okay, so my dear students, recently and of late carries, recently and of late carry the same meaning. Recently and of late carry the same meaning. Of late means Samproti, recently means Samproti. Okay. If you get recently, now the next one, lately. Do you know the word adverb lately, my dear students? Do you know the word lately? Lately means Samproti. Okay. If you get lately or recently or of late or just or just now or already or ever. Look at this, students. I have written some adverbs and adverbial phrases. I have written some, no. Someone has written passive voice. No. You are not correct, my dear. If you have this adverbs or adverbial phrase in a sentence, my dear students, if you have adverbs or adverbial phrases in a sentence, if you get these adverbs or adverbial phrase in a sentence, you have to take present perfect tense. You have to take present perfect tense. Is it clear to you? Yes, that's another. That is been while. Thank you. Excellent. So if you get the use of late, recently, lately, just now, already, ever, and meanwhile. Normally, you have to create present perfect tense. Is my lecture clear to you? Is my lecture related to present perfect tense clear to you, my dear students? Oh my God, no. I'm going to repeat. Dear students, Present perfect tense has an individual structure. Present perfect tense has an individual structure. Present perfect tense has an individual structure. Siam, try to listen to me. I think it would be clear to you. My English is quite easy to understand. Present perfect tense has an individual structure, and that is, you have to put subject, then the auxiliary verb have or has. After have or has, we have to put the past participle form of the verb. This is the structure of present. Yes, this is the structure of present perfect tense. There are some adverbs and adverbial phrases. There are some adverbs or adverbial phrases. If you get these adverbs or adverbial phrases in a sentence, you have to create present perfect tense. That's why you have to use we have learned the first rule of late. I have missed one adverb, and that is yet. So if you get just now, already, recently, lately, yet, ever. Meanwhile, you have to create present perfect tense. Okay. Can I give you another example? Yes, I'd like to. I'm going to give you another example. The students pay a visit to the students pay a visit to Dhaka University. Ever? What should be the answer, my dear students? The students pay a visit to Dhaka University ever? No. Look at my dear students, what I have viewed at the end of the sentence. Give me the full sentence, dear students. Give me the full sentence. Please, my dear students, give me the full sentence, not the answer only. You are requested not to give me the answer. We are requested to write down the full sentence. Okay. All of you are incorrect. All of you are incorrect. Write down the full sentence. Have you not noticed that I have put a question mark at the end of the sentence? Dear students, have you not noticed a question mark? Shaun, thank you. No. Oh my God. I have used a question mark at the end of the sentence. Why are you not using interrogative sentence? And you have to create present perfect tense. Okay. Yes, thank you. Now you are correct. Now, actually, you haven't understood my example. I think you haven't noticed my example clearly. Okay. Rafiqul Islam, we will try our best to make the fonts of my words big larger. Okay. Look at please. Ever takes present perfect tense. Ever takes present perfect tense, but I have put a question mark at the end of the sentence. That's why I have to create have the students paid a visit to blah 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 blah. You can say ever Have the students paid a visit to Dhaka University ever? Or you can say, have the students ever paid? You can use ever before paid. Okay. Have the students paid a have the students paid a visit to Dhaka University ever? Is it clear? So dear students, before taking the answer, you should calculate the example at least twice so that your answers become correct. So the answer is, have the students paid a visit to Dhaka University ever? Or have the students ever paid a visit to Dhaka University? Okay. Is it clear to you? No, you can't, Shobha, you can't. Is it clear to you? Is my answer clear to you? Dear students, is my answer clear to you? Thank you, Yusuf. I have completed my second example. Now I am going to start with my third example, and our third example will indicate third rule. Okay, look at please. I'm going to give you an example. And this example, dear students, I'm going to give you an example right now, and this example was given in my university admission test of Dhaka University. I sat for the admission test of Dhaka University in 2005, 16 years back. The example that was given to me is being given to you right now. I'm going to give you an example that was given to me in my university admission test. Actually, it was in Dhaka University. Okay. Is my sound clear to you? So the example of mine is being given to you. Look at please. I will show you 4 options. Okay. Actually, it was not related to right forms of verb. It was related to preposition, but this preposition is related to right forms of verb. Okay. Look at this. We have been learning English dash our childhood. Option A, since. Option B, for. Option D, from. Option. Okay. I have given you an example. Look at please. We have been learning English dash our childhood. Since our childhood, for our childhood, from our childhood. Both since and from are correct. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? Some of you are taking from, some of you are taking since. What should be the appropriate one? Oh my God. Sinanuddin since, Niloy say, why have you written science, Niloy? Write down since. Oh my God, Razib, for. Someone has taken from, someone has taken since, someone has taken for. Okay, since. So my dear students, look at please. Okay, thank you for your answer. Thank you for your answer, my dear students. Now listen to what I say. I need to explain something urgent. Actually, the event or incident which is going on right now, the event which is going on right now is called present continuous tense. So present continuous refers to the event which is going on right now. For example, we are learning voice. For example, we are learning voice. Dear students, I am going to clarify. Just listen to what I say. The event or the work which is going on, but which is going on right now, is needed to be taken in present continuous tense. So we will create present indefinite tense when an action or event is going on. Now, if I say an event started in the past, an event started in the past, but it is still going on. The event which started in the past is still going on. The event which started in the past is still going on. We need to create present perfect continuous. Okay, for present perfect continuous, we need to know an event which started in the past and is going on. Okay, now we have to create present perfect continuous tense, and for present perfect continuous tense there will be indication of time. There will be indication of time for present perfect continuous tense. In order to express time, you have to put two prepositions in present perfect continuous tense. You have to put two prepositions in present perfect continuous tense. They are since and for. My dear students, in order to indicate time, you cannot use any other preposition rather than since and for. Since and for. The event which started in the past and is still going on. This example will be categorized in present perfect continuous tense. And present perfect continuous tense, for present perfect continuous tense, we have two prepositions. They are since and for. In order to indicate the time, we have to use since or for. For since, there will be point of time. For there will be period of time. Okay. Point of time refers to the starting, and period of time refers to the duration. Okay, refers to the duration. Okay, so my dear students, you have two prepositions for present perfect continuous tense. The first one is since, the second one is for. For period of time you have to use for point of time you have to use since. Here our childhood is not a duration, it's a point of time. Okay, that's why we have to take, we have been learning English since our childhood. This is correct, this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is incorrect. Clear to you, my dear students? Okay, so we have already learned that if you get since or for the expression of time in present perfect continuous tense, you have to use this rule. Okay, so present perfect continuous tense maintains two prepositions, since and for. Okay, so up to this part, my dear students, up to this part we have completed three rules. The first rule was related to present continuous. The second rule was related to present perfect. Now the third rule is related to present perfect continuous tense. I'd like to give you another example of present perfect continuous tense. Look at please. She and I live in Bangladesh. dash 2020. Look at me. She and I live in Bangladesh dash 2020. At first, try to identify whether since will be used or for will be used. Here, since 2020 or for 2020. Which one should I take here? Since or for? Since or for? Dear students. Mushfiqul Shaun, since. Tormay Tamjid, since. Asghar, for. No, very sad, very sad. It should be since. Okay, now give me the right forms of verb. Try to identify the right forms of verb. Okay. Yes, thank you. So answer should be she and I have been living in Bangladesh since 2020. Okay, she and I have been living. Durjoy Bonik, what is the spelling living? Don't write L-E-A-V-I-N-G. Try to write L-I-V-I-N-G. Okay. Okay. I know, don't take leave, it should be have been living, because I have used time with since, and after if you get indication of time with the use of since, you have to create present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so we have already learned 3 rules. Now I'd like to give you another example. Next rule, I have already completed rule number 3. My mother be in Magura for a couple of weeks. My mother be in Magura for a couple of weeks. Now, some of my students will feel trouble to solve this one. Okay, give me the answer. This is a tricky question. My mother be in Magura for a couple of weeks. Okay, give me the answer. This is a tricky question. Okay. Now you can see. You're from Magura, Shajjad. Yes, I am from Magura. I was born in Magura in 1989. Okay. My class is like to boom. Why? Oh my God. Should I make a YouTube channel? Mehdi Hassan, why are you congratulating me? Why? Nomanin de Bilal. Oh my God, Rakibul Islam Rakib has been being. Actually, I am getting pleasure from the answer that you were writing. Saiful Shupna from Magura. I belong to Magura Sadar Thana. It should be has. Definitely my mother will take has. My mother is third person singular. That's why you have to take has. But what should be the answer? What should be the answer? Someone is taking, okay, someone is taking has been, someone is taking has been being. Okay, dear students, let me calculate. I have used period of time. I have used period of time, and for this I have already used for. And if you get the use for, and after for, if you get period of time, you need to use present perfect continuous tense. You normally need to use present perfect continuous tense. But my question is, present perfect continuous tense has been then verb plus ing. But can you take verb plus ing after have been has been here? Can you take? You can't take, my dear students. You need present perfect continuous tense. Okay, you need present perfect continuous tense because for a couple of weeks. But here the main verb is be. Here the main verb is be. If you need present perfect continuous tense, but you have the main verb be, you can't use present perfect continuous tense. You have to use present perfect tense. And why? Here present perfect tense will require has, then the been. After be verb, you can't put ing with be. You can't put ing with be. You have to stop here. You have to stop here. Okay. This kind of question is given in university admission test. If I give you some options, option A is, option B has been, option C have been, option D which one will you take? Which one will you take, my dear students? Which one will you take? My mother is in Magura for a couple of weeks. My mother has been in Magura for a couple of weeks. My mother have been in Magura for a couple of weeks. My mother has been in Magura for a couple of weeks. Okay, my dear students, some of the students have not understood me yet regarding this tool. I am going to explain. Dear students, suppose you have been told to use present perfect continuous tense. You have been told to use present perfect continuous tense. But while you are going to use present perfect continuous tense, that is, while you are going to create present perfect continuous tense in a sentence, you have got be verb as the main verb. If you get be verb as the main verb in a sentence, if you get be verb as the main verb in a sentence, you can't take verb plus ing after been. It is not possible to use being after be verb. Okay, it is not possible to use being after be. Okay, that's why I'm using. If you are told to use present perfect continuous tense, and if you have be verb as the main verb, you have to create present perfect tense, because if you create has been then being, it would create a wrong grammatical structure. Okay, it should be has been or have been. If the verb is live, now you can use has been living. Live is not a be verb. If you get be verb as the main verb, you can't take present perfect continuous tense. You have to use present perfect tense. Is it clear to you? This one, so the answer is has been is correct. I have already calculated 3 rules. Now my 4 rule for you. First 2 or 3 classes, within first 2 or 3 classes, I will try to explain some easy rules and regulations. Then from the 4th or 5th day, I will start some difficult grammatical items and these grammatical devices or items will help you not only in intermediate level but also in job sector and university admission test. Okay, so my dear students, now our rule number 4. I have already talked about 45 minutes. I have just 5 minutes left. Now rule number 4. We meet our friends long ago. Tell me, what should be the answer? What should be the answer? Mediation Kamal, আমি 10 বছর যাবত এখানে থাকতেছি, এর ট্রান্সলেশন কি হবে? Okay, that's a very good question. If you take leave for Dhaka, if you take leave, you have to use have been living for 10 years. And if you take be verb for Dhaka, you have to use we have been. Okay. Okay, we meet our friends long ago. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? Why? Yes, thank you. I don't want to waste any single second here. Dear students, there are some adverb or adverbial phrases that require past indefinite tense. There are some adverbs or adverbial phrases that require past indefinite tense. What are the adverbs? Can anybody tell me the adverbs or adverbial phrases that require past indefinite tense? Dear students, now you are requested to tell me the adverbs or adverbial phrases that require past indefinite tense. Can I say ago? Can I say once? Can I say long since? Can I say yesterday? Can I say last blah blah blah? Can I say previous blah blah? Last month, last year, last season, previous month, previous year, previous season. Clear? Yes, thank you. Ago, once, long since, yesterday, last blah blah, previous blah blah. These adverbs or adverbial phrase. Dear students, ago, once, yesterday. What type of participle speech are they? They are adverbs. Okay, so ago, once, long since, yesterday, last blah 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 blah, previous blah blah, always take past indefinite. The answer should be we met. Okay, we met our friends long ago. We have already completed example number 4. That is rule number 4. Our next rule for you. Okay. From this rule, definitely one question. From this rule, definitely one question will be given in intermediate board exam. The rule that I'm going to explain right now. Father used to drink coffee in the morning. Father used to drink coffee in the morning. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? Tasin Islam. Don't you know blah 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 blah? Why are you, Trisha Das? Why are you drinking? Very, very sad. Very sad. Shifta Shah, Sinanuddin, Muhammad Jahid, Shajjad. Guys. That's good. You should say blah blah blah. Actually, we are the students of English department of Dhaka University. Our teacher taught in the classroom. Mama said absolutely drink. Okay, the answer is drink is the answer. Why is the answer drink? Who can tell me? No, you are not correct. Shubho, you are not correct. Oh my God, drinks. After used to, you have to use drinks. Very sad. What is the rule behind it? What is the rule behind it, my dear students? Do you know modal auxiliary, dear students? Do you know modal auxiliary? Yes. After modal auxiliary, you have to use the base form of the verb. After modal auxiliary, you have to use best form. You have to use best form, okay? No. After modal auxiliary, you have to use base form. Now listen to. I'm going to tell you modal auxiliaries. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Dear students, shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Must, need, dare, ought to, used to. These are modal auxiliaries. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Must, need, dare, ought to, used to. These are modal auxiliaries, okay? If you put to after be verb, am to, is to, are to, was to, are to. If you put to after have verb, have to, has to, had to. These all also work as modal auxiliary. So, shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would, must, need, dare, ought to, used to, am to, is to, are to, was to, were to, have to, has to, had to, shall have to, will have to. After these modal auxiliaries, you have to put base form of the verb. I'm going to repeat. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would, must, need, dare, ought to, used to, am to, is to, are to, was to, were to, have to, has to, had to, shall have to, will have to. After these modal auxiliaries, you have to put the base form of the verb. So the answer should be father used to drink. But if I, dear students, if I put father was used to, father was used to, father was used to drink coffee in the morning. What should be the answer right now? What should be the answer right now? What should be the answer right now? If I put was before used to, what should be the answer? This question was given in the university admission test of Dhaka University 2 years ago. This question was given in the university admission test of Dhaka University. Okay, let me tell you. Used to plus used to, then you have to use base form. Be plus used to, you have to use. Is it clear to you? If you get be verb before used to, if you get be verb before used to, if you get be verb before used to, you have to put ing with the verb. But if you don't get any be verb before used to, you have to use base form. Is it clear? I think it's clear to you. So, my dear students, actually on Saturday, Adnan sir conducts a class. Actually, this class was supposed to be conducted by Adnan sir, but Adnan sir is busy today. That's why I have come here and conducted a lecture. I hope I will meet you soon with some rules and regulations related to right forms of verb. Dear students, Thank you for being with me. I don't want to waste any moments here because I have already conducted a class. I have already conducted my class for 55 minutes. So dear students, I'd like to stop here. Thank you for being with me. Like other days, your participation of today was quite impressive. I hope you will stay with me. You will stay with Dhaka College. Thank you very much.